Hey friends, so I am making a very simple dinner tonight. This is going to be my creamy baked macaroni and cheese recipe. And alongside of that macaroni and cheese, I'm going to be making some pork chops. And basically these pork chops are just seared and I've added some red onions to it. Just very nice and simple. So let's start off with the pork chops because that'll be much easier to explain. So with the pork chops, I had washed them, rinsed them, patted them dry, and added some olive oil, and I'm using that garlic parmesan seasoning as well as an all-purpose seasoning. And you can do the same at home. So in my pan I have some olive oil and I'm going to sear these pork chops for about 5 minutes on each side just to get a nice brown coating on there. So after 5 minutes I'm going to turn those over, and so you just needs it to be just a little bit brown on each side. Once I've turned those over, I'm going to cook them for another 5 minutes, and because I'm making a total of 4, I'm going to add 2 of them onto a plate and I'm just going to cook up my next batch. I do that, I put all the pork chops back into the pan, and then I'm just going to cook them on medium-low for a good 20 minutes, of course covered. And then when I take that top off, everything looks good and tasty. While that is on the side, I am going to start my macaroni and cheese. So I have some water boiling and I'm going to be using the Celentani pasta from Barilla. I'm cooking about 3/4 of that box, and I'm going to start my roux for this macaroni and cheese. To cook the macaroni and cheese, you can find my recipe on my website at plussizeinchicago.com. So that's about 3 tablespoons of butter. I have a seasoning combination. Again, everything is on my website, plussizeinchicago.com. And I'm going to allow those seasonings as well as the butter to melt together. And then I'm going to be adding some milk as well as some heavy cream. If you're using heavy cream only, you do not need to add the milk. And you also don't need to add the flour, but I am using milk because I like to do half and half, milk and heavy cream. Now the cheeses that I'm using is mozzarella as well as a Mexican style cheese. You can use whatever cheese that you like for your macaroni. I'm going to be adding that to this milk mixture, stir it up and let it melt. The Mexican cheese, it does seem to melt faster and easier, as well as that white cheese, that mozzarella cheese. So I do like that whenever I am doing my macaroni and cheese, but you can also use like a sharp cheddar too. I've done that a lot, and again, I have that on my website too. So I've cooked the pasta, and now I'm going to add it to the milk mixture. And this is, the roux that, a lot of people don't like to have a roux, but for me, I just like the cheese sauce. So the next thing I'm going to do is just stir it together, and I'm going to keep it in this pan. I usually would have transferred this over to a casserole dish, but I just basically made enough for the hubby and myself to have for tonight and for leftovers. So just keeping it in this pan is going to be fine. So I'm going to top this off with some more mozzarella cheese as well as that Mexican cheddar cheese. And then I'm going to pour some smoked paprika to that. And that's just giving it that smoky flavor as well as those Cajun seasonings that I added to this. I'm going to bake it in the oven at 425 degrees Fahrenheit for about 15 to 20 minutes. And it's done. So very simple recipe. So again, this is a quick dinner meal for a weeknight or even on the weekends too. So I had that pork chops that I seared and sauteed, cooked that for about 25 minutes. Also had this macaroni and cheese going on. Very simple recipe. So friends, I really hope you like what I cooked in the kitchen today. If you are a follower of any of my accounts, thank you so much for coming back. If you're watching this on YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram, shout out to everyone who subscribed to my channel or following me on those social media platforms. If you're new here, my name is Angela, and this is my account, Plus Size in Chicago, where I make a lot of easy-to-cook comfort food meals. You can also find me reviewing restaurants in the area. Be sure to subscribe or follow me. Also leave a comment and share this video with your friends and family. I'll see you guys next time.